my next update video. And as I promised, this next video, the room would be completed, pretty much, where everything would be moved in and everything. And you can see the wall behind me is purple. Right here, it's purple. Even though it might look a little different on camera, it's still a pretty purple. And in between. And there's still a few more things left for the room, like trim and curtains. It's pretty much what's left. And a few things I just need to hang on the walls. So, yeah. Which I've been a little bit happier, like, having this done. And I noticed I've been sleeping a little bit better too. So, that's good. So, other than that, what's been going on? Well, I'm still waiting for my therapist to submit the letter. I'm not sure if she submitted it yet or not. I contacted where I'm having the surgery to see if they got the letter. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. And it's kind of frustrating right now because the longer it takes for the letter to get in, the longer it's going to take to start the process of getting my insurance pre-approved, because that can take a while. And that delays getting surgery days set up, and I want to have that surgery day set up as soon as possible so I know how long I have, how much I can get the electrolysis done, which, because this virus and everything, how things are going, if they have to switch people's surgery days, then that can put mine even further out. With this whole process, not having the letter, can make it even longer. And I need the surgery day as soon as possible. Like the closest date I can and still get the electrolysis done I need. Which, the electrolysis, I've had a whole month already. It's just this month I'm not able to get it. The rest of this month I'm not able to get it done because who I'm having electrolysis with, she has to have surgery on her wrist, so plus Thanksgiving and all that, I'm not able to get the touch-ups done, like the regrowth done, which already had, because my last session I had the rest of what needed to be done, plus the touch-up was done first. I mean, like the regrowth from the first area that was done, which I noticed one hair is missed, but that can be done at my next appointment. And I noticed that I have regrowth, but it's not as much hair as I had before. It doesn't even seem like it's half the hair I had before. And the hair is much more finer and thinner. So, yeah. So at my next appointment, I'll get the touch-ups on all that, like the regrowth done of what's left. So, yeah. So that's good. And it's actually for the first pass, for me, it was less for the first pass than I thought it was going to be. And the regrowth, it's going to be much quicker because, yeah, because I didn't have like real thick amount of hair down there. It was more like not really very little hair, but it was more in the middle somewheres. So, yeah, that's going. But the frustrating part is I noticed since being off of bicalutamide, I noticed through the hair through here, this whole area down here, seems like some of the hair down here is like gone for the most part, but not all of it. And through here is where I noticed this, it's about on an angle like that, like on each side, kind of going like that, but going this way. I noticed the hair there's hair that has come back and color has come back in it, which the hairs here and here, I noticed there's more color in it. And before there wasn't color, so the laser wasn't getting rid of it, which was an issue because laser can't get rid of the lighter colors of hair. So at least I have that right there, but because I have that electrolysis done down there, I have to prioritize that over anything else. Because I was talking to her about the hair here and all this, what's there, and I'm going to have to do that after the hair down there. Which is, having electrolysis is going to be a lot better for this whole area, the chin, and up here what's left, it's going to be a lot better. So, because from my experience from down there, if it goes the same as down there, all this will be gone in no time from having electrolysis. So, yeah. And, well, you're probably wondering if I've had any more physical changes from my transition from the hormones. Well, yes and no. I'm kind of frustrated a little bit and kind of not at the same time. I'm still using the breast enhancement pumps twice a day. In the morning when I get up and when I go to bed. Which a really good thing has happened from using the breast enhancement pumps. It's actually helped my breasts get to a 10 or stage 5 of breast growth, or like 1/8 of an inch away, 2/8 of an inch away, something like that, from being full 10 or stage 5 of breast growth, which when you're at a 10 or stage 5, you're at the end, and it's like that much closer. But I'm kind of frustrated that the fullness isn't there once the swelling and everything's gone down from the breast enhancement pumps down to, yeah, where it's going to be. Which I noticed, it seems like they're still growing a little bit here and there, but it's going much slower than before. And it's the left side is where I feel it the most, more than the right side. It seems like 2% of the time, around from 2 to 5% of the time, it's the right side I feel it, but it seems like more like 2% of the time, 1% of the time it's the right side, but most of the time it's the left side when I feel the pain from growing. And I'm hoping I do get more of the changes in my breasts, that fullness, because that helps with clothing to fit better and how I overall feel with my health and my dysphoria not being prominent there, which I'm having less dysphoria, which is good. The other physical changes, I haven't really noticed any more real much changes in the face. What's there's there. But I still noticed my underarms since I stopped taking bicalutamide. There's no hair. No hair has come back. I had the 12 laser treatments. Then I had, which reduced it by half, which the hair that was left, the bicalutamide stopped it from coming in for some reason. I can't explain why. Bicalutamide does that on some spots of hair. But for me, it reduced my underarm hair to nothing, and it hasn't come back, and I haven't shaved. This would be about 5 months now. I haven't shaved my underarms. I don't know if you'd be able to see, but that's pretty much what they look like, unshaven for 5 months. So yeah. And I've noticed another thing. My butt is still becoming a little bit fuller. And my leg hair doesn't seem like it's been doing much. haven't shaved it in a while, so still seems like it's the same as before. Or that this outer part has more hair than the inner part. So it seems like on that leg and this leg, it's the opposite, where it has more hair here than less hair. But as I can see on comparing the legs, the left leg has less hair than the right leg. And it just seems like it's slowly decreasing, but not significantly, because it seems like my right leg hasn't really done anything, but my left leg, it seems like there's hair that has decreased. So yeah. And there's something I really noticed about my body down there. Since having the electrolysis done, I've noticed that I'm happier. I feel better not having that hair there, having a female hair pattern down there. I feel happier. I feel comfortable, especially sexually. By myself, of course, because I don't have a partner and I haven't done that with anyone for over 2 years. But I've noticed by myself, because not having the hair there, there's more skin contact. Because when the hair is there, you have less skin contact, but having no hair there, or the hair, well, when there was like no hair there, or the regrowth, what's there, there's more skin contact, and it's more sensitive, and I feel it more, so it's more pleasurable sex-wise, sexually. And I also noticed the big thing, the smell. When you have the hair and it gets trapped in the hair, it smells one way, but when there's no hair there, the smell isn't. Because when you have the hair, it's like the smell gets trapped in there and more gets trapped in, so it's a buildup and more pungent, or like there's more of it, I should say. And when there's, where the hair is now, where in that female pattern right in the middle, where there's more skin and less hair, the smell is more, I can tell a difference. It's more feminine, more female, more feminine, more myself. Is like, when I started noticing that, it was after I had electrolysis and I have to keep things really clean down there. So I bought some like cleansing wipes and stuff to help keep clean after the treatments to prevent infections and stuff. And I noticed the smell was like, oh, you can like actually smell it differently without the hair than with the hair. And without the hair, it smells more feminine, more female, more like sweet female, like feminine. And I was like, finally, it's like the actual smell is what it's supposed to be on the female side of my body. Which the hair down, like the smell down there, compared to the smell here on my underarms, they smelled completely different, I noticed. So yeah, like how I explained in previous videos how my underarm hair kind of smells like, if you've been to a really good Mexican restaurant and you smell the food from outside the building and it smells so good you just want to eat it all. That's kind of what my underarms like smells like, especially when the pheromones are higher. When you have a higher progesterone in your system, then the pheromones are higher. You smell that more. So that's what that smells like. But down there is more like a feminine, I can't say musk, like a male musk or a female version of that. It's more like, more on the sweeter side, like, of things. Like soft, like a softer, sweeter kind of a smell. Feminine. And yeah, and I'm actually a lot more comfortable not having that hair I feel so much better and I feel so much more comfortable. And it's like the mind-body connection, every step I take for my transition, and more things become on the female side, I noticed that the dysphoria is going away. So having a female hair pattern down there now, for the most part, of the hair that just needs to be, from the regrowth that needs to be done, that mind-body connection's like connecting more. I feel like more feminine in that, as after that second treatment of electrolysis, I felt like, no, it was the first treatment, I felt really feminine and everything. Just feeling more of myself lately with all this. And so on that part, that's good. But a frustration I'm having is, it's with my sexuality right now. It's the fluid part of my sexuality. It's been on the female side, but it's been all over the place, where I've been having thoughts of trans men's genitalia pre-op on hormones long enough to have the changes. I don't know why. But then, and I'm not attracted to trans men anyway, and I don't want it that way, or with men at all. But I'm wanting penetrative sex, meaning me being penetrated that way. But I only want it with females. And on the female side, it's kind of all over the place, like a fluidity within the fluidity, where it goes back and forth between, like, I want a cisgendered woman, but I want to be post-op, so it'd be me post-op and her vulva, so like a vulva on vulva type thing. Or there's times where I just want it with a penis, meaning me being penetrated that way with a woman, only with a woman. I like penetrative sex, but I only want it with women. And lately I just want to be with a trans woman. And yeah. And plus my sexuality is just not 100% stable. It's just fluid. Too fluid. And my sex drive has been really high. So that's another frustration. Like I've explained in the past with my high, like the sexuality and the sex drive and all that together. It's just like, and my sexual orientation as a lesbian with a fluid sexuality. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Where I just, where if I don't relieve it, I end up having spontaneous orgasms, which kind of sucks. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's pretty much what I'm going through. And I've been really wanting to date a trans woman. And sex-wise trans woman lately. And sometimes I want it with toys, like dildos and strap-ons. But lately I've just been craving the real thing, but with a woman. So that's what's going on right now, and it's frustrating. So I don't know what to do about that. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on my end right now. So until next time, comment, rate, and subscribe. Until my next video,